Meads Reach Bridge is getting itself a makeover. A makeover in the name of health and safety. Last year we talked to Toby Bridgman, who became a bit of a cropper after his bike wheels slipped on the metallic bridge's surface and he fell foul of the cheese grater-like grips on the walkway. Mr. Bridgman not being the only one to have this happen to him, the name Cheese Grater Bridge was macabrely coined. But now, after Toby set up a petition to have the surface changed, steps are now finally being taken to make sure cyclists can use the crossing safely. Today I caught up with Toby to see how his bumps and bruises were and how he felt about the new resurfacing.
There is a little permanent scar on it and a kind of bit of bone protrudes out further than it should be, but other than that, it's kind of long-term pain or anything like that. But I bear the scars of the cheese grater bridge, yeah. I mean, it's a good news story, really. I mean, I started a petition back in September, and the kind of reasoning behind that was without really knowing what else to do other than aware that there was a lot of people falling off their bikes, and just felt, well, petitions seem to be all the rage these days. I'll start a petition and see what happens, and it obviously garnered quite a lot of support and chimed with quite a lot of people, and it gained hundreds of signatures in a matter of days. Yeah, so hopefully when the rains come in the autumn, and if we get some heavy summer rains, it will mean that everyone's kind of making a nice path over the bridge and not falling off, which would be great. And
just like his wounds, Toby is certainly not remaining sore over the way in which his injuries occurred.
Well, I mean, I guess everyone makes mistakes, and it's great that they're kind of admitting that it's not right and they're putting it right, which is great. I feel like it probably wasn't designed by cyclists, as most cyclists could have told you that if you're creating a long metal surface, that as soon as it does get wet, you're going to have some problems. I mean, most cyclists will probably try and avoid like manhole covers and that on a wet day because they just know that metal is not a great surface for cyclists.
So just what kind of surface is going to be keeping future cyclists safe?
It's a product called polyurea. It's a hard-wearing polymer. It's spray applied, and when it's left, it'll almost be like a sandpaper sort of finish to it.
And that's still quite an abrasive layer, so I mean, how will it sort of keep people safer?
It'll keep them safer, but they won't fall off their bicycles, basically. The product itself will last up to 30 years. The anti-slip part of it, which is all hand applied, so it's all part of the same process, we guarantee that for about 15 years, and then you could theoretically add another anti-slip coating to it. We've got a 6-day program, give or take, so we're basically splitting the bridge into 20% sections. So we'll be removing a section, taking it back to our yard, coating it. As that's happening, the next 20% gets taken away. So the following day we should be installing the first 20% that we sprayed on the previous night. So it should run like clockwork.
I'm Ed at Meads Reach Bridge for Made in Bristol TV.